My name is Sharyll Burroughs. I am an artist and dialogue facilitator who explores the concept of identity. I believe that it is an artist's responsibility to break with tradition. Robert Colescott's satirical and unorthodox paintings portray racism and misogyny as high comedy. The actors in his ridiculous spectacles are disturbing caricatures created within the historical context of white supremacy and patriarchy as the methods of defining and demeaning Black people and women. For the purposes of this commentary, I will refer to these caricatures as taboos. Taboos are so prevalent and masterfully used in Colescott's work that I now refer to him as a taboo whisperer. Under his sardonic eye, taboos run rampant, creating all sorts of chaos which demolish moral codes. Logic is ripped up and thrown in the trash. Societal restrictions are gleefully violated. Sometimes their scandalous exploits are quite funny, however, more times than not. Taboos behave in ways we'd rather not see. In Colescott's disorderly universe, a woman provocatively steps out of a bathtub as two lecherous men look on, while Colescott himself ogles her from a window. Aunt Jemima, resplendent in hues of ambiguity, tells us that she gets a thrill from seeing something which is possibly X-rated. Stereotypes skin and grin around a white upside-down Jesus, while in the background, a curious encounter involving a baby is taking place. These absurdist scenarios contradict the distressing realities of racism and misogyny. However, the great value of a piece of art is that it does not tell people what to think or feel. Colescott's taboos offer an opportunity to examine our feelings, judgments, beliefs, and fears. It is difficult to find meaning in the terrible ways in which humans stigmatize one another. The use of stereotypes such as Uncle Remus or sexualized women, intended to demean African Americans and women in ways that defy simple responses of condemnation, encourages a deeper discussion of the concepts of racism and misogyny. Colescott's willingness to play with offensive images challenges our limited ways of thinking. Can taboos have value beyond disturbing our sense of what should be? We are invited to shift perception of what we are seeing, to move beyond seeing something merely repugnant and easily judged. Perhaps we can simply settle into discomfort, confront our assumptions, and engage in dialogue with others in ways that allow for an exchange of ideas on these taboos, but which can now be openly, though probably awkwardly, discussed. The global pandemic has pushed humanity to a tipping point. Radical forms of societal transformation are long overdue. What are the new possibilities? Robert Colescott, the consummate whisperer, offers us the uncomfortable revelation that in this year of 2020, we are all participants in a taboos are us culture rife with divisiveness, judgment, and vitriol. Colescott's timeless works implore us to reimagine alternatives to the present system and to contemplate change. Do you have the courage to break with tradition or history to create brand new cultures never seen before? What would a society that prioritizes egalitarianism, compassion, and wisdom look like? Can we evolve into communities where all people are POC? People of consciousness, who fluently speak the language of human connection. This is what the work of Robert Colescott invites us all to consider.